Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Guile here, and welcome back to the Forged Alliance Forever promotional series. And a quick message before we roll on with today's game. First of all, Sunday action. Told you there was a second cast coming. I know I cut it a bit fine this week, but it's a little bit nice to have something on a Sunday to watch. Why not? Everybody chilling at home, nothing to do, hopefully, unless you work at the emergency services. Then thank you for your service, and sucks to be you. Seriously, though, last cast, 26 minutes in. Yeah, I showed egg roll exploiting a little bit. It took me by surprise. I wasn't aware of the exploit. They mentioned at the time in the chat, enjoy your ban. If you're not sure, if you didn't watch the cast and you can't remember, just as a drop was coming in to drop off a brick kind of behind enemy lines, had some build capacity in the area, the egg roll started construction of a land factory, nice big footprint right underneath the transport drop zone. And that causes whatever unit, I'm guessing more often than not, or 9 times out of 10, to spaz out if it lands on top of the building, and as a result, that gets destroyed. It is actually a bannable offense, and Eggroll got in contact to say he did get a ban for that. So don't copy everything you see on Guilecast. There's a little tip for the future. That's enough of that. It's Average Joe's Day today. We're going to crack on with some of that custom 5v5, very exciting action, which is going to take place on Canis 5v5 Special or Special Edition. I'm ready, you guys are ready, and the players are sure as hell ready. So let's go on over to the game zone and see how they're going to get on. Cha-ching, cha-ching, there we go. Incidentally, apologies for the sound levels in that previous cast. Microphone, just every now and again, I'm not adjusting it, I swear, but it just likes to, I don't change it, it just likes to dip down all by itself. No idea what's going on there, must be gremlins. But hopefully you sound, or I sound a little bit clearer on your side of things today. Anyway, checking out Team 1 first of all in Regal Purple, going UEF. It's LCR, he's opening first. Land team member number 2 in Fecal Brown, not bronze, not orange, or any other thing. That is a turgid colour. It's Zanosis. I'm going to struggle with that name, I'm telling you right now. Zanosis. And he's also going UEF, opening first. Land team member number 3, our first Cybrin of the game. It's Stoned Elf. He's going first land as well in Elephantine Grey. Team member number 4, Mustard Yellow, Born to Chill, going Seraphim, opening first land. And last but not least, it's Fair Dog. And he's also going Cybrin in Burgundy Red, going first land, second air. So that's Team 1. Let's take a look at Team 2. Down here at the bottom, already leaving his base and on the move, it's Butt Kicker, Cyanide Scion, going UEF, land first and second. Team member number 2, Mythologist in Hallyborange Orange, another UEF, opening first land. And team member number 3, Pontiff White, a third UEF. It's Koff, also vacating his base, going first land. Team member number 4, Dijon Yellow, going Seraphim. It's Nodal AI on his way to the middle there. He opened first land. And last but not least, for Team 2, going Cybrin, second showing of the week, Suicide Bombeb. Some guys just get lucky, I guess, in Baby Blue, and he opened first land and is going land all day, it would seem. Game quality at 93%. That's what we consider to be a balanced game. Quick rundown on the racial compositions there. We've got 3 UEF, a Cybrin, and a Seraphim there for Team 2. And the makeup for Team 1 is 2 UEF, 2 Cybrin, and a Seraphim. No Aeon showing today, but, well, we can live without them, let's be honest. A couple of labs out there from Mythologist, looking for some early harassment play. Will they see the Selen trying to sneak past there from Born to Chill? Might just. Attack pings going down. They've locked on. No cloaky for you, or at least not in time. And it doesn't take long for those little cheeky mech marines, those hobos, to dispatch that poor little scout. Off they Todd and find an engineer or a mech somewhere. Go on. Do your business. Beautiful little units that they are. So, the obligatory opening phases. Upgrades on the way. Mythologist going for the Zepham. 20% done from there. Moving up to the edges. Butt Kicker getting a Mex. And then plans a land factory up towards the midpoint. His mirror on the other side of the map. LCR very aggressive early on with his land factory expenditure. LCR throwing down 3 potentially there. Looks like he might be getting the mechs first of all. Sensible decision, like what I'm seeing there. First proper T1 units now stacking up on the map over in the middle for Zanosis. I'm really going to have to concentrate to get that right. Vulnerable engineer over here, potentially. Will he manage to evac it? Fair dog. It doesn't need to, because Mythologist is just going to breeze right past the potential kill there. Or maybe reevaluate. Engineers trying to evac. No chicken and rice dinner for you, sir. Down you go. That's what they call in the industry a very bad day to be an engineer. Down goes the mechs. Nothing in the immediate area is going to prevent that, I wouldn't think. Tham dispatched over to this region from Born to Chill. But he's going to be a little late to the party. There's another one moving in there as well. Lots of scout planes, few inties as well. Predominantly, though, from Team 1. 3 inties stacked up there for Koff. Taking a look at current income, Team 2 lagging behind just a little bit. It's 101 to 87 generated mass in favor of Team 1. Those mech marines homing in on this back mechs belonging to Fair Dog. Engineer just moving away, fortunately, on his reclaim orders, but that's going to be nice and easy for those Mantis and Thams to defend. So threat eliminated in the backfield there. In come the ACUs. Born to Chill and Mythologist now going toe-to-toe over here. Mythologist now with that operational Zeph amp, remember, so massive advantage for him. Born to Chill as yet unupgraded, and wisely he's going to back away, falling down into the yellow there. 8,000 hit points left on the clock for that ACU. Other side of the river, Nodal AI strutting his stuff, picking up reclaim as he goes. Needs to be careful, doesn't want to walk into that wall of spam. Remember, guys, this is an average Joe's map, so typically it's a lot easier to see strange or silly things happen every now and again. He got the T2 engineering suite upgrade, so he's going to complete point defense once that starts firing. Has he got intel signatures, question, to open up on this spam? Once that does start firing, will they try and bum rush it? That's the question. Or will they back away? Paying attention. Reaction was pretty instant. Zanosis pulling back towards his base. Koff and Mythologist now at the midpoint over here. Butt kicker throwing down some T1 PDs, locking down that eastern flank. A couple of engineers of Koff's not faring too well against those Mantis. Steady stream of spam now heading up over here. T2 upgrade on the way for LCR. Only 22% done. Be a great time to go and be aggressive, try and force him to cancel it, although that is flying up there. He'd never get there in time. Not at the rate he's building. 50% already. Born to Chill backing away further to his base, having taken a bit of a kicking, still on around 8k. Engineer evisceration. Born to Chill losing yet more units over there as Koff and Mythologist advanced. Double ACU push on that forward position could force Born to Chill right the way back. He's getting some emplacements online. But this is the time when ACUs are at their most powerful. Not a lot of units on the map. Suicide Bomber engaging. LCR using that increased build capacity initially to get some T1s online, but he has queued up a T2, using the wall sections with some T2 goodness as well. Don't often see that, a template for blockage on the T2 turret. Not sure if that works as well because of the higher profile of the Triad. Oh, down go the engineers. But the Triad will be completed. How hard does Suicide Bomber want to push it? That's the question. The answer appears to be, for now at least, not particularly hard at all. Gun upgrade on the way for Nodal. Just picking apart the forward fringes of Born to Chill's forward position. Going after this factory. Doesn't want to overexpose too much spam to that PD. Deals with the comm. See just how powerful that range upgrade is on the gun. Giving him lots of extra capabilities in harassment here. Although, what have we got here? Some flapjacks joining the party. Going after Nodal AI, who's getting a bit of a PD creep on. That might have been a structure that got taken out a little bit earlier. Now, Xenosis with T2 Tech up front as well. Getting some triads of his own online. Koff and Mythologist find themselves a little bit isolated and backing away as Born to Chill gets a PD creep on of his own. Trying to reclaim some of his territory. Standoff over in the east. No real advancement for Butt Kicker or for Fair Dog. Nicely structured, incidentally, if you look at the global ranking. Butt Kicker on 800, Fair Dog on 900. They've ended up facing off on that eastern flank. LCR, what are we looking at here? 1200 versus Suicide Bomber, who's on 1400. So they've tried hard to match abilities, which is always nice to see, especially at this level. Risky business, starting a upgrade there. Just when it looks like your opponent might be pushing. He might be pushing directly west, though, towards LCR. Some kind of combined push to oust the fringe player in the far edge of the map. So Xenosis could get that done without any major problems. And he's also got quite a few T2 units in here. We've got pillars. But he does cancel more out of fear than anything else. So that's a lot of wasted resources there. Nice work from Nodal as these two armies collide. Xenosis taking a bit of a kicking down to 8k. And look at that rush, that assistance there from Suicide Bomber. LCR trying to follow in behind his forces. Suicide Bomber doesn't want to get cut off. He's going to back up with his comm, but he's going to commit the spam to this push with Nodal here against Xenosis. Xenosis gets in a parashield for a bit of help. Remember, T2 units in this contingent going to help him fight off the odds. It's largely T1 on direct fire units down here. We do have some mobile missile launchers. But I think that attack is going to peter out, and yes it does, right at the mouth of the causeway there. LCR now with some shield coverage. A few T2 PDs looking pretty strong in the far western corner. Now Mythologist going toe-to-toe with Fair Dog. Is that provoking a reaction from Butt Kicker? Not as yet. He's happy to stand still and beef up just to lock down that approach. Mythologist going for goal, trying to sneak in some units into the main base, and you know what, he's going to get some in here. Stoned Elf Still has his comm in the main base. He's pulling that off his main line. Corsairs completed, but look at all the archers in here, giving that a hard time. That's not even going to get one bombing run off before that gets shot down. Stoned Elf brings the comm into play in the middle of Fair Dog's base. Fair Dog not likely to lose an awful lot. The odd Lobo making it in, but not many. Hasn't even got the firepower to kill off these engineers, and then strolls out of range of anything. That's not a great place to park. Wants to reposition those, surely. Oh, engineers from Fair Dog on their way to build storage. What a terrible way to die. Cancels all of the templates there. Just a little bit annoying. And now Suicide Bomber with some Tech 2 on the front line of his own. Those Wagners tearing apart the T1 spam of LCR. Cheeky number here. What's going on? Some Jester play from Stoned Elf going after these engineers. Want to give that railgun a wide berth. One of those taken down. In come the ASFs from KOF. So those are the first T3 units we've seen so far. Who's handling air predominantly for Team 1? That would be Stoned Elf, and he's just completing his first ASF now, it would seem, I think. Yep, so a little bit behind Team 2. We've got 5 white T3 fighters over there for KOF. Nano repair upgrade on the way for Nodal. It's purely for future beef. It's not got anything to repair. It's a fully healthy comm. T2 engineering suite gun upgrade already completed on that ACU. Generated eco still neck and neck team-wise. 287 versus 293. That's very close indeed. Total mass to date in favor of Team 2. Reclaim gives them about an extra 12k there or thereabouts. Or in favor of Team 1, should I say. I say Team 2. But that's probably down to the amount of pressure and the direction that it's heading. Most of the pressure being brought northwards, I suggest. So Team 1 with the benefit of control or partial control of the reclaim fields that are created. Bit of mobile missile play here. Should probably bring those Seraphim mobiles up behind those PDs. Not currently engaging in any major way. And some movement over in the east finally. Tentative, but movement nonetheless. Butt Kicker secures the plateau. And helpfully, thanks to the fringe of the hillock there, avoiding fire from the Cerberus turret. He's actually moved his commander back. This is full defensive mode over in the east there for Butt Kicker. Not unsurprising. 800 rated player. Certainly easy to do. Get caught up thinking defensively instead of offensively. How's your opponent to spend time building up mobile firepower and finding the weak spots in your armor? Born to Chill testing the front line there against Mythologist, and coming off pretty damn well, it has to be said. Butt Kicker brings his units in to seal the gap. But it's not enough. Lots of Ilshivers present for Born to Chill. Now T3 engineering suite for Nodal AI, 61% complete there. Back to the causeway over in the east. Mythologist bringing his comm forward. There's a lot more Scion units there than there were before. Butt Kicker ousting Born to Chill with the help of Mythologist from the south. Born to Chill backing up. Got about 5 or 6 Ilshivers still online. Again, no major breakthrough there. Just a lot of skirmishing going on. The Alpha strike on those Wagners going after that forward T2 mechs. LCR likely to lose that. Down that goes. And he was actually chip leader on mass terms at 123. That brings him down to 118. Now Born to Chill brings forward his comm. T2 Nano Gun versus Gun and T2 down here on Mythologist. Clear daylight now on Team Ecos now for Team 1, 506 versus 439. Born to Chill opening up on Mythologist, payback for the early game. And with the assistance of some T3 land as well there from Fair Dog, those bricks tearing apart the spam. Probably want to avoid Mythologist's comm. A couple of overcharges from him will tip the balance back towards Team 2 down here, but Mythologist forced underwater instead. Good positioning there on the comm from Mythologist. But suddenly this area on the southern causeway looking really weak for Team 2. Strap Bomber online here at the back for Koff. Doesn't want to show his hand though as yet. Spy planes going out over the main base. Mythologist taking a battering because he realizes he's not being protected. It should be yelling at him. It's overcharging where he can. That deals with the bricks. One more overcharge will be the end of that. Born to Chill dipping into the water. Oh my god, finished the brick off. Down that goes, and gets a bit of parashield coverage as well. Meanwhile, it's on over to the west. Nodal AI facing an incursion there from Zenosis. He's taking a bit of a kicking, although that's a kicking in total terms. He's still got 10k on the comm there, and he's got the nano, so that's regenning really, really fast. 102 hit points a second, flying back onto the armor. Zenosis, though, getting Ravagers online. I'm wondering if that Ravager was what did the damage before. Could do with some shielding. There's still mobile missiles inbound. Let's check out the southern causeway once again. Mythologist and Born to Chill still going at it. Born to Chill gets a T2 PD online just north of the river. Doesn't last very long. Another overcharge deals with that. Born to Chill going for a second PD a little bit further back. More assistance coming in from Stoned Elf. That's a lot of T1 spam. Starting to look a little bit archaic though at this phase of the game. 22 minutes gone. More bricks inbound from Fair Dog. Back over here, Zenosis has been forced to yield that. He's lost both of his Ravagers, and we've got bricks from Suicide Bomber causing problems up here. They're being countered by a couple of Percys from LCR. Back to the other causeway. And yet more bricks inbound from Fair Dog. I think we're going to have to go to split screen. Don't want to miss anything. And it will be very easy to do. Mythologist still in the water. We've got torpedo bombers, but look out, an ambassador. Oh, Zenosis down into the red, 2,000 hit points. 3 strap bombers. Will they get a second run at the comm? There are SAMs in the main base. 1's down, 2's down. Zenosis needs to start moving. He's going to get another bomb away. It's going to be close. Boom, baby. Oh, Zenosis slow to move and get covered. Could have gone back immediately if he was paying more attention. And actually, surprisingly, I was thinking Mythologist was about to get hit out here. We had him in the water. We had a whole load of torpedo bombers queuing up here from Fair Dog, looking for him to stand ill-advisedly in the water. Corsairs might still persuade him to do that. One bombing run brings him in. Where are those torpedo bombers? Well, it's not enough. He needs to be pushed further into the water. That might still happen. Doesn't want to show his hand, though. Wants to pull those back. These ASFs will tear them apart if they get in range. Full share not on. No fairies dying today. That's what we like to see. Zenosis and his base now void. Engineers rushing in to fill that void and pick up the reclaim. And now it is Team 2's turn to counter-attack. T3 units there from Butt Kicker and from Mythologist, slowly pushing up just north of the river. Born to Chill backing up, running into some bricks here. Remember though, it's a chunky comm. We've got the nano. Torpedoes not even registering. As soon as they cause any damage, that's being instantly repped up by the 80 hit points a second. That comm is regenerating. Sit in the river all day against that. There are more bricks inbound. Siege tanks, though, ready and waiting. Might as well pull the comm out under some shield coverage. You'd be nervous, though, after seeing that last strap bomb attack, taking out Zenosis, and there's more ambassadors, excuse me, back at base there for Koff. He sniped one. Can he pick off a second? Born to Chill out of the river, heading for the base. He's having some power problems, maybe, or was that a depletion from those bricks? In they come. They're going to try and have a go at this nonetheless. There's only about 5. Shield is down and out. ASF's waiting to counter from Stoned Elf. They tangle with the strap bombers, ignoring the ASFs. It's the right move. Protect the ACU. Second bomb did get off. That's not going to get enough, even if it had connected to do anything. And now temporary air dominance handed over to Team 1 as well. More strap bombers inbound, or the one. Overplaying his hand slightly. Does connect, brings him into the yellow, but no major problem there. Brass upgrade on the way for Stoned Elf. If you have a look at what's going on here, is that a power lock? No, it's not. It's a Mythologist way down with all of the contention he's had north of the river there. Way down on everybody else. Just 44 mass per tick. Stoned Elf is power locked, so 69 not representative. Mythologist the only player in the game on double figures. But still, remember, they are up a player. Siege tanks from Born to Chill. Just balls out, rolling into Nodal AI's base, but not getting under the shield coverage quickly enough. don't want to say poorly executed, but there's no other way to say it. Should have got under shield coverage, blapped that quickly, started work on some of the T2 PDs. Instead, he just sat there, expending damage on the shield gen for no real effect. So no major ground gain there. Lots of priority being given to this SMD. Does that mean that a nuke launcher has been spotted? It's just a precautionary tale. No, I don't see any nuke launchers in the main base, so it may well be precautionary. Yes, of course, got one over here. Fair Dog with a near completion on a Monkey Lord over in the top right corner. So, Team 1 might be down a player, but they're hanging in this pretty nicely, and in fact, while they're scooping all of that mass, pulling in a tidy sum. That's not reclaim related, that's insane. You've got a 100 mass differential pretty much, or a 90 mass differential between Team 1 and Team 2 in favor of Team 1. So a massive, massive eco drive from Team 1 keeps them comfortably in the game. No real forward momentum from Team 2 anywhere on this line. Not capitalizing on the loss of Zenosis. Sparky just having at it. Not lasting particularly long at all. That's what she said. Strat's being brought back to the main base for Koff. Still very much intent on this single tactic. Starting to get some T3 gunships together. Some whalers here for Suicide Bomber. T3 scout, please. Is that just in general, or have you got something up your sleeve, Mr. LCR? The Strats waiting at the main base there for Fair Dog as well. And there is that Monkey Lord. Little pause while it waited for new commands. And the new command is a kill order on that forward position of Butt Kicker. Base not going to last too long against that. Nice connection from this TAC missile battery. Scores a hit there. Sweeping laser. Going after just about everything of vital defensive importance. Koff Strats brought to bear. And that Monkey Lord now at about 40% health. LCR brings in his own fighters to deal with those Strats. They go off map, hard to tell if he got them all. No, he didn't. Two still alive. Monkey Lord into the red. Will it get this next base? Well, Whalers inbound. Looking doubtful now. It might just manage it. Shield goes down. Yes, it will. Will it get the mechs? No, it won't. T3 mech survives. ASF's running screen over in that corner. Air looking pretty good right now for Team 2. So many SAMs though, Myrmidons dotted around this side of the map. Good solid anti-air coverage across the board from Team 1. Percy's just standing tall in front of engineers trying to scoop the mass, just picking off this front line as it tries to reassemble itself. Whalers brought in on the Perseus though. No countermeasure in the immediate vicinity. LCR could lose quite a lot on the ground here. He's got his own fighters in the sky, but they're woefully outnumbered against Koff's horde of fighters. Good solid screen for these gunships that can now go to town against these Percivals that have no recourse. That's providing a platform for an advance on the ground from Suicide Bomber. About 10 bricks moving forward. The way is most definitely not shut. It might soon be made by those who are dead. LCR losing bots left, right and center, but look at the amount of bricks that Stoned Elf has been stockpiling, coming in from two directions, left of the river and across the causeway. Good solid scouting from Koff, keeping the airs clear. Gave Suicide Bomber plenty of advanced warning there. Sniper bots being brought up south of the river from Nodal AI, just picking off some of those engineers and mythologists. Remember the last time we were talking about his eco who's down on 44? Well, he's gone through a period of peacetime, more or less. It's allowed him to get his eco back into contention. He's still short stacking on 129, but at least he's triple figures now. A change of tack. So Stoned Elf outmaneuvered. He's going to lose his forward base over here. 3 T3 factories. That is a shame, all because he didn't pull his bricks over closer to the causeway. He could have prevented this. T3 mechs from Born to Chill. That goes down. Factory's still online. Siege tanks brought in from Born to Chill. Down goes one of them. Down goes another. Will they get the third? It's going to cost him all his bricks. Hello. But look out. Saw the pop-up before on Notify. There's the chicken rolling in, just steamrollering over those siege tanks from Born to Chill, and in come those ambassadors once again. Lots of Myrmidons though. Not many strats left. Born to Chill safe under shield coverage. Koff desperate for another snipe. It is a good feeling when you pick off one. It can lead you to poor decision making though, getting stuck in one strat. And would you look at that, he's handed air dominance over to Team 1 just when Fair Dog has been stockpiling strat bombers at the back as well. Chicken's about to get rumbled from the sky. Can it make it into the main base? Build capacity trying to build T1 PD. The Ion Storm is in the area. Lots of engineers just getting stepped on. Sensitive structures though, power structures from Born to Chill under threat. Oh, dirty. Novak satellite turns up from Butt Kicker. And there's the Ion Storm. Born to Chill getting focused down pretty hard. Mythologist fancied his chances, what with Born to Chill backing up, thought he might inflict some pain on this base, but there's so many siege tanks here. He has got backup from his teammate Suicide Bomber, but don't like the look of that, especially with the shield coverage that Born to Chill has got. Bricks rolling in from Stoned Elf. LCR saying they need to kill Butt Kicker. That might just be on the cards. In comes a megalith from Fair Dog, stomping its way south. Bypassing this little group over here altogether. So typical of an average Joe's game. Lots of little breaches here and there, but no killing blow. It's a little bit like ladies tennis. Sometimes ladies tennis, in some ways, it's just better to watch, you know, because they haven't got that big baseline stroke. They just fire it one baseline to the other. No, you get variations of play. It's a little bit closer. There's a lot to be said for it. Come the Whalers. This group, though, protected by some T3 mobile anti-air, and you can see even the gunships. A couple of those mobile anti-airs. And the gunship's hit points aren't enough to sustain that for long. Koff tangling once again and losing once again. Another experimental completes for Fair Dog. It's another Monkey Lord Megalith, unchallenged all the way down the east. Have Team 2 even seen this coming? That's what it looks like from Team 2's perspective. They have zero intel. I don't know if they're just out of structures or whether the guy with the structures having power issues or what, but we're about to have a megalith turn up in their face. A fat boy not near enough to completion for my liking. Suicide bomber with his comm. He's underwater at least. But he's literally about to be standing underneath a crab as it stomps over him and into their base. Not looking great there for Team 2, completely missing that. This is just deadly against their 900 as well. A 900 rated player has managed to sneak the largest ground experimental in the game into the main base, just completely unmolested. He's at full HP, 110,000, and that is surely cataclysmic now for Team 2's hopes of pulling a win out of this game. Butt Kicker quite literally getting his butt kicked as his power grid goes offline. It locks onto the ACU. Couple more shots like that, and that's it. Goodbye. Butt Kicker ejected at 38 minutes and 26 seconds. Any ground being made on the other side of the field? Not really. Inflicting some pain with some T2 static artillery. They need to get that fat boy online, get some damage put on this megalith. It's just unreasonable. Ambassadors tickling away at it. 97 HP still on the crab. Pathologist completes the fat boy. That opens up. Crab on the move. It's going to reach Koff's base. Literally defeated by a stealth crab from a shocking failure in intel. Are they going to get a handle on this? Are they going to contain the disaster? Fat Boy's dishing out a lot of pain. Down into the yellow, into the red. 20k HP. Actually quite surprised. This is poor maneuvering here. What are you going to do with that? You're not going to save it. You commit. Yes, it's a lot of mass, but you try and take down Koff's base. That is a pointless evac attempt. So potentially Team 2 saved by a bit of a mistake. But the damage has surely been done. We've got more experimentals now entering play. That Monkey Lord completed has taken a bit of a kicking. But hello, what's that? Scathis half done already. Can we see its range while it's being built? Well, where it is, remember the Scathis can move, so it's not quite in range yet, but bring that forward a bit. And that will be good to go. Meanwhile, Nodal AI under pressure, taking a lot of damage now from broadswords in the sky there from LCR. This has got to feel good for T1. Nodal AI surely going home in a body bag. It's close. Boom. Down he goes. It's another player down and out. And now the pressure likely to cascade in favor of Team 1. 41 minutes gone. And we've lost two Team 2 members inside 2 or 3 minutes. Fat Boy advancing for LCR. Lord careful not to overexpose himself. Fat Boy down here to end his game pretty quick. Very little in terms of long-range artillery. I would have expected a lot more. I'd like to see that sort of thing. You've got a good chance of seeing that sort of thing in an average Joe's game. Stone Elf trying to get some bricks in range of that Fat Boy, but it's just not happening right now. Monkey Lord traversing the river. Oh, could be nasty if it pops up in front of Mythologist. It's a pretty tanky com, 5 stars, personal shield, Zepham, T3, 22,500 base HP, and then another 19,000 on the shield. A couple of overcharges would deal with the Monkey Lord, so actually there's no kill on there really. Scathis has got to be nearly done, and it really is. Once that gets online and opens up, likely to open up on all of this first and clear this out and then advance when it does. This world is dead. And the next, and the next, and so on. Hello! That's when we thought we weren't going to see any standoff tactics. Nuke out from Fair Dog, who's been pretty instrumental in this game. It's been quiet for a lot of it, but he's been pretty key. Or maybe he won't have to use the Scathis to clear this out. Inbound nuke looks like it's heading straight for that area. Could have taken out Mythologist if it was just a little bit further south, but it's taken out a lot of ground forces nonetheless. Tons of Percys going up in that. Nicely placed nuke. Not throwing it away at a base shot. Wasn't going to win. Making the nukes count. Clearing out. Look at that. Scathis online. Some more shield gens going up to cover it. It can actually reach the main base. I knew it could reach this part here, but it's a full range there. Causing some problems. It's just not a good day to be a member of Team 2. And a big old chicken knocking on the front door. Fat Boy trying to keep it out, but it's about to disappear behind the hill. Needs to move further to the left. Mythologist with that. Trouble is that brings him closer to the inbound units. There's another Fat Boy inbound here from LCR as well. Strap bombers from Koff trying to inflict maximum damage. Whalers trying to contend with the bricks that are breaking into the base here from Stoned Elf, leaving the Athota free to mingle into the reds. Can he get into the power grid at the back? Oh man, so much damage. And the Ion Storm will cause extra devastation. There it goes, hitting just about everything. He's going to keep his ion reactors. He's getting close. No, he's not. They both go down. That's basically the end of his base. That Fat Boy, which was valiantly defending there from Mythologist, finally gets taken out. And he actually manages to take out the inbound Fatty from LCR as well. So, solid there. GG gets thrown out from Koff. He knows where this game is headed. Is he going to stick it out to the end, or are we going to get a control K? Go on, boys, stick it out. Another nuke nearly complete there for Fair Dog. This whole area, really, has been relatively unmolested, with the exception of that snipe from Koff there, taking out Zenosis early on, and then the attempt at the snipe, or a couple of attempts on Born to Chill, never really stood a chance. Not enough strats, too much HP. Suicide Bomber engaging his own commander with Whalers. Interesting decision. Apparently impervious to those. Going after some of his teammates' structures as well. Interesting. Before getting back to their day job. Killing Team 1 players, or not. No, they could just let them rampage through Koff's base. Koff really the last functional player on Team 2. About to be disabled as the Scathis opens up once again. Shells careering into Koff's comm. Another nuke out. This time looks like it's from Stoned Elf. Koff taking damage. He goes up. Scathis connects with him. Nuke aimed towards the backfield. Mythologist up front with his comm with Suicide Bomber. There goes Control K from him. Bricks open up on the comm of Mythologist. The shield just disappears. Nuke inbound at the back of the base. It's going to take out a bunch of stuff. Mythologist, though, going out. Another nuke from Fair Dog. It's probably not going to reach out in time before the bricks take him out. And that, as they say, is that. 47 minutes. And only one casualty from Team 1. Very comprehensive victory in the end. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. There's always more to come from me in the future. As I said, upcoming video will be detailing how to get involved with the raffle, how the little app will work on signing up with the clever little API, which will make my life better, that will connect to Patreon. But until next time, guys, stay well and stay safe. This is Guile, signing out.